Hello, everybody. This is Brett Davis with Brett Davis Unleashed, from coming to you from beautiful Coronado at IQ Podcast and Attorney King Studios. I have my co-host with me today, Crystal Balk.
Hello.
And who do you have with you? Who's this good-looking young guy sitting next to you over here?
Yeah, this hottie next to me.
Who's that hottie?
That's my husband, Daniel Martinez.
You guys want me to leave while you have some privacy for a little bit, or okay? And we also have a special guest on the show today, known as the attorney in heels, Viviana.
Hello, good to be here.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Tell us a little bit about attorney, how you came up with the idea, Attorney for Heels, and tell us what you do.
I came up with Attorney in Heels when I first started my law practice, because when I landed my first big client, when I started my law firm, I was running around trying to close a deal. And when I finally did it, it came to my mind, I did it, and I did it in my heels. And it became this thing, like everything that I do in my heels, because I was always running around in my heels. So then I decided to run with it and created the brand Attorney in Heels. And I've been running with it ever since. And my business is helping small businesses and helping them restructure, grow, set up all of their legal systems to protect them in any way that I can help. And that's what I've been doing ever since.
How has this whole COVID-19 affected the way you work?
COVID-19 affects the way I work in that a lot of clients that I was initially working with to do small business work, are, putting things on hold, or they're not, retaining attorneys right now because they have bigger things to deal with, which I completely understand. And then also I've been working a lot from home because I've been quarantined. So I'm here with my husband and my 2 kids, and we just kind of have to make it work.
How's everybody's health?
Everybody's health is good. So far we're COVID-19 free. So we're trying to keep everybody safe out there by following the rules, that have been imposed on us by the state. So,
any questions? So I have a question. How, with the current environment with so many businesses not operating, what kind of advice would you give those businesses, what they should be doing now and maybe preparing for to survive?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of things that have been passed by the state and by local government to protect a lot of the small businesses that are going through hardship. A lot of employers have had to close their doors because they can't have people coming in. If they don't have customers, they can't pay their employees. They don't have money coming in. So, state Governor Newsom issued a moratorium on evicting people who don't pay for their rent or for their leases. So that's one of the things that the state has done to help small business. It includes, your small business leases as well as rental. And what the state has said is, if you can't pay your lease because of COVID-19 that has affected you, then the state authorized local government to pass protections for businesses. And so far, San Diego County did pass an order to protect small businesses, to prevent landlords from evicting small businesses who can't pay their leases on their businesses. So that's one thing that they can take advantage of. Also, the Employment Development Department has allowed for employers to file for a 60-day extension, so they don't have to pay their payroll taxes right away. They could, extend that and provide them some immediate relief as well. And then I know the Franchise Tax Board as well, for those companies who are incorporated and have to pay their franchise tax board, they can also file for extensions that provide some relief as well. So then people who also have to keep their doors open, there's been a disaster relief fund that San Diego County has put in place to issue loans and help businesses continue to operate.
So what period of time did you say, if you're a small business and you have a studio or you're leasing, renting, what's the period of time that everything can be I mean, is it a couple months? Is it 3 months? What is it?
To pay rent
Well,
again.
they don't have a specific time. They don't have a specific time. You have to check with your each local government. What the state did is they issued they basically gave local governments authority to put moratoriums in place for each county. So it depends on the county that you're in. You have to look up what protections they put in place for both small businesses and then also for individuals that are renting.
Okay.
And also, you spoke a little bit about payroll, about the extension. Does this extension mean like they don't have to pay the employees until a couple months, or what is that really entitled to?
It doesn't mean that they don't have to pay their employees. I mean, if they have employees working, they still pay their employees. What it means is that when they file their payroll reports, they don't have to pay the taxes. So generally, when you have employees, you withdraw a certain portion of their taxes, but then the employer also has to pay a certain portion of taxes as well, which they then file and submit to the Employment Development Department. And what the EDD did is basically give you a 60-day extension if you request it, so that you don't have to pay the employer portion of the taxes that have to be submitted to the state of California for your employees.
So the other question would be is, what happens if you're a new startup? And I mean, because this is all new for all of us. We're kind of like going about what we need to do to survive. If you were, what would you tell somebody out there that maybe would like to call you or get in touch with you? What kind of advice would you give them right now?
Right now, I would say is to definitely take advantage of the disaster relief. If you absolutely have to keep your doors open, which we all want to, it's all, we're all trying to survive this. There has, at least in the county of San Diego, the mayor here passed about $6.1 million in disaster relief that you could apply for. So for those businesses who need a little bit of a loan to just keep going while this thing dies off, you could do it that way. There's also other programs as well that offer, I know the SBA also has a disaster relief loan program, and the Economic Development Council here, the South County Economic Development Council, has their own emergency business loan for, especially that loan is specifically for restaurants and places that provide food. So there are resources out there. You just have to find them. What I've been working on recently is, gathering all the different resources that are out there and kind of putting them together so that when people do come to me, I can, send them to one place so that they can look at everything that's available to them and see what could best suit them. That a lot of these programs have just been released this week, so I'm just trying to gather everything to help the best that I can.
And where can they find this information? You said you were gathering it. Is it when they call you, you let them know where to go? Or is there a specific website or anything that they can go in and look at all these resources?
Yeah, I think gathering the information online, but one website that has a lot of information is in sandiego.gov. And if you do sandiego.gov/economic-development resource relief, it gives you a page and it has a long list of the different things that are available to you. So probably a quick Google of sandiego.gov economic business relief will provide you with the information. There's also a lot of links on there that send you to other local government resources pages and gives you some guidance on how to survive COVID-19. And then also it links to the Small Business Development Center that provides resources, the U.S. federal government, what they're saying about their Small Business Administration disaster programs, the SBA loan program, and then all the state level relief as well.
I guess we went on there yesterday to the one for San Diego, and it crashed. Like after 5 o'clock, it was within a short time it was down. I guess everybody was applying, right?
Yeah, everybody was applying. But there is different ones to apply for. like the SBA one. There's the San Diego Disaster Relief Program, and then there's also the Economic Development Council provides a 0% loan for the eating establishments. So you just really got to look. And then, for just immediate relief as far as cash flow, making sure that you file extensions so that you don't have to pay your taxes up front with the EDD for payroll taxes, the franchise tax board. And then, unfortunately, it's come down to where a lot of employers have had to let go of their employees. So, sometimes it's a hard decision, but sometimes that's what has to be done to keep your doors open if you need some immediate relief. But,
definitely.
There's some hard choices out there.
Definitely, Viviana. Do you know how, when you apply, how long it takes? Like, so small businesses know when they'll be able to get some money?
I don't actually. Like I said, a lot of these loan programs were just released this week, and I haven't had an experience with someone who's applied and gotten, results back right away. It's kind of learn as we go right now. I've actually considered doing a loan myself, just to kind of keep my doors open as well, because I have some overhead of my own that I have to keep going. But, it's all new to us. We're all trying to,
Yeah, definitely just hang in there.
get through it, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
What's a good website if any of the listeners want to go and get information and contact you? What's a good website?
Well, I have my website, attorneyinheels.com. You can, I have some information about what I do there, and I have a quick link to my calendar that you can book a call with me if you need to talk some of these things through, or if you need guidance in your business. That's an easy way to get on my calendar and talk to me. I have my phone number on there as well, that you can call me direct. I'm always open to speaking to small businesses. I'm navigating this with everyone else, so I'd be glad to help it any way that I can.
Well, we look forward to reaching out more. You have an expertise and you're a friend of the show, and so we may be reaching out more to talk to you. And I think there's a lot you can share to the audience.
Yeah, I'd be glad to help. I know with the coming days, a lot more things are going to be released. So as more information and resources come out, I'd be glad to, bring them on to you guys so that you guys can have them available to small businesses who need them.
Again, that's the attorney in heels, Viviana. Thank you so much for being on the show, and we look forward to talking to you soon and working with you on some stuff.
Yeah, thanks for having me, and it's been a pleasure, and feel free to reach out.
Okay, you take care.
You too. Bye-bye.
I also would like to thank my co-host today, Daniel. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, no problem.
Being a big part of the show. Crystal, thank you so much. Thank you for being.
Anytime.
And somebody just hung up on me. It's okay. Again, this is Brett Davis Unleashed with IQ Podcast at Attorney King Studios. I'd love to thank our sponsors, Indian Motorcycle of San Diego, Chuck Ross from the Cosmopolitan Hotel and Restaurant, and the one and only King, Attorney King's, who's also part of Attorney King Studios. Thank you so much. You want to say something else?
No.
No? Okay.
Stay safe.
Stay safe.
Stay home.
Don't wash your hands.
6 feet away.
6 feet away.
Don't touch your face.
Don't touch your face. Everybody have a good day.